Happy New Year, everybody! So to start the new year off in a really exciting way, I wanted to invite you to come to Mexico. Here in Mexico, we have a very special tradition. Today is the day of the rosca bread. It's a very special bread, and we make it each year on the 6th of January. It's a tradition. Now, since I'm not from Mexico, I will do my best to explain it as I understand it as an American. This bread is shaped in this way to remind us of the crown of the three kings. The tradition of the Roman Catholic religion tells us that on the day that Christ was born, there was a star in the sky to illuminate to all the world that the birth of the Messiah had already occurred. So there were kings who traveled from a very distant place, and they came all the way to the place where Christ was born. And of course, since they were kings, supposedly they had crowns. For that reason, the bread is shaped like a crown. Now, this bread is decorated with lots of fruits on top. We give it lots of colors to make it even more exciting. And some of the fruits involve
diferentes colores.
Thank you. Lots of different colors. Let me introduce you to my father-in-law. He's the owner of the bakery.
Hi.
This is a family bakery. Okay, so we have prunes. These are some kind of citric fruits. And this is, I believe, an apricot and a dried apple. So all of these are placed on the bread. You can see this is a bread that's in the process of being created right now. They use the fruit to decorate, and then they put these patterns, really, of leaves that they make by hand. Each bread is made by hand in the family business. Now, the end result, of course, is this. But the best part of the bread is not what's on the outside, but what's on the inside. One moment. Now, okay, this is my favorite part. Inside the bread, they place, depending on the size of the bread, between 2 and 6 little baby Jesuses, actually. They are little plastic dolls, and they look like a baby. Can you see them? Now, these dolls are very symbolic of the next part of the tradition of the Roman Catholic faith, which is that I believe it was somewhere around 40 days after the baby Christ child was born, there was a very angry king who wanted to kill all of the babies because he didn't want his empire to be overtaken. So they had to hide the Christ child and then leave and run away to Egypt. So hidden inside the bread are baby Christ childs. It's a really kind of exciting and beautiful part of the tradition. Now, what happens is, after the bread has been made, it's served for the whole family. It's cut into pieces, depending on how large the family is, and whoever receives a piece of cake with a Christ child in it has to make a party in February. So it's a really nice family tradition, and it's my favorite part of the New Year's and Christmas tradition of Mexico. Now, just before we go, I want to show you a little more about the bakeries here in Mexico. There's all kinds of different bread. Bread is very important to Mexican culture. These are called concha breads. These are called pastelitos, which literally means little cakes. Here you have some other variations of concha, I believe. And you can see that each one has a handmade design on top. They take a very long time to make.
Picudas, zapote.
Thank you.
Oh, novias. Picudas, novias, moñitos.
These are picudas, these are novias, these are monitos. And you can see these are the rosca breads waiting to be placed into the oven. Now, this is the hottest, literally, and the most exciting part is when you place the bread into the oven. This is the oven that I've been telling all my students about. It's enormous. It literally is the size of a room. Each oven is handmade. The stone that they use to make the oven comes from the mountains here in Mexico. And I don't think I will open it because it's very hot inside. But let's see if we can get it open. There you go. So you can see inside, it's all brick. So the brick is a special brick that's made to hold in the heat. They use a flamethrower to heat it it up, and then
Hold on.
the bricks can hold the heat for hours on end. So it's a fantastic way to bake bread, and it lends a very unique flavor to each piece of bread. We're gonna see if we can get the light on. Here we go. Okay, so this is what the inside of the oven looks like. You can see that the top is made out of bricks and mortar, and the bottom is made out of larger bricks. It's enormous. You could fit an entire family in there. Not to cook them, of course, but it is really a unique kind of architectural masterpiece of Mexico. Okay, so I think that brings us to a close of this short video. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you got to see a new part of Mexico you've never experienced. So Feliz Año Nuevo, or Happy New Year, and I hope to see you in class soon. Bye-bye.